Why do I need to compete with you?
Yeah.
For me, I really don't believe in that. I want competition.
You get me?
I go to my kids' school and they're like, we're all winners. I'm like, no, I need to know if my son is a loser or if he's a winner.
They will not pin up our results. They will never pin up our results. So you not know who's the last.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Amazing. I love it.
Sensational.
When I was there, they would not pin up your results. So there was no shaming of someone's knowledge. It's just you in your capability.
I don't think soulmates are for life. So I think we do meet people that we have we've been soul families with before, and that we have that karmic tie with.
Yeah. I usually find purpose for every. It sounds crazy, but it sounds crazy what I say. I can't even say it.
Just say
it the way it is because you need to know who you are.
Okay,
right
I usually find purpose for every woman that I'm with.
Hi,
right? So there's a woman that I like to go watch a movie with. There's one who I like to go to dinners with. There's another one where I can go to an event with. There's another one I can travel with.
Please listen to me. It has been scientifically studied that there is a honeymoon period that lasts between 9 to 24 months. And you cannot have the same excitement.
Why do we attach the number of people you're fucking as your idea of value? Because if I walk into the club today and I want to bang you, I will do it. If I do you, I will do it. With Christine, I will do it. It's not about, I'm doing what I feel like doing.
It's not value.
As
It's
you know,
energy.
if I'm a CEO today and I'm running $1 billion company, but I'm sleeping around, am I valueless? Are they the same size? Are they the same size?
Yeah.
No, they're not.
They're not the same size.
I like things in twos.
It's okay. If you pick two, what did you pick?
Humor.
What's up, guys? Today, we're playing mind games. The reason why we're playing mind games, we have a hypnotherapist in our midst. So we have Tazim Alkington. I didn't pronounce that wrong, did I?
That was on point.
I tried.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to the show. So
Thank you.
first things first, what is a hypnotherapist?
A hypnotherapist is someone that uses certain techniques within the realm of hypnotherapy to heal or to contribute to another person's healing at the deepest level of the subconscious mind.
Okay, so you can study this.
Yeah, you have to study it.
Okay.
You have to study it. You have to learn one has to learn how to go through the different layers in order to help the client, whoever's sitting in front of them,
Yeah.
to lead them into their own mind. There is a misperception that, hypnotists and hypnosis is about me going into your mind. I can't go into your mind. I'm not going into your mind. What I'm doing is I'm helping you to go to the places where wounds and experiences that were debilitating were created. And mostly those are created, like when you're very much younger.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is why I say to my clients, you can't just come and tell me, I have a symptom. I have anxiety. And I want to heal my anxiety. Anxiety is a symptom. In order for me to be able to help you to do my work, I've got to map out your entire life to find out where was the first point that the anxiety was triggered. And then we can go there. We don't change experiences. We go there. I help you go there because you don't know how to go there. And then you go and you heal the emotions around those experiences. And then you come out and you find, hey, my anxiety seems to have evaporated.
So is hypnosis something that if I'm coming to you and I have an issue and you tell me, you're a hypnotherapist and we have to, use hypnosis in order to fix, whatever the problem is, do I have to believe it myself for it to work, or either way it's going to work?
It is very important for the person coming for therapy. So I'm not just a hypnotherapist. It's a collective of modalities and methodologies. There's hypnotherapy, there's transpersonal regression therapy, there's talk. The talk therapy is a really integral part of the whole process. And it's not about believing, because you can't believe unless you've had an experience, right?
Yeah.
So it's about, what does this thing do? How does it work? And how is it going to help me? So it's about learning to understand that there are modalities, and hypnotherapy is an incredibly magical modality and methodology that literally weaves a person's life to get to a point where you can unwind and heal.
Okay. So usually on this podcast, before we go to the actual main topic that we'll be discussing today, we have this starting thing that we usually do where each and every one of us tells their truth. And obviously, since you're our guest, I would like you to. We usually say one truth, right? Whatever truth is, and then after everyone has said their truth, we all say no lie. So you can start off with your truth, and then we can proceed.
Okay, I hadn't prepared anything, or I didn't know. I read about it, but I didn't know how it kind of unfolded.
Yes.
So it's taken me an entire lifetime. My truth is, it's taken me an entire lifetime to become this person that really does not conform, does not please, does not seek approval, does not fit into any box.
Yeah, you're just like me.
There we go.
Say your truth.
My truth is we are who raised us. Yes.
Kuna makondakta wameiva. No, for real, my truth is, let us accept that the conductor kwa English, conductor to English.
The conductor and the English.
Kuna madonda wameiva. That's what I'm saying. They're hot conductors. Frankie?
Therapy works. No lie.
No lie.
No lie. Fantastic.
So I just understand something. When somebody says hypnotherapy, of course, the first thing in my mind is the word hypnosis. So growing up in Cartoon Network, so no. This is how I understand hypnosis. You know the way they have like a watch and then they tell you to follow and then sleep. So is that like part of the methodology, or this is just something that we see on TV and that has nothing to do with hypnotherapy?
So there's entertainment hypnosis. Okay? That's used on stage, in theater, and Cartoon Network, as you say it, all right?
Yeah.
And this is, it has got nothing to do with hypnotherapy.
Okay.
There's a big difference. That's for entertainment purposes. Okay?
And it's actually real, yeah?
It works. There are different methodologies, and this one works where, you get a group of people and you tell them you're going to bark like dogs now after they've done their thing.
Yeah.
And then people are barking, right?
It affects their mental health, actually, right?
Well, I don't know if it affects their mental health, but they kind of lose the instruction can make them follow what is asked of them.
Yeah.
And then they kind of lose control kidogo for a minute.
Yeah. Which
Okay.
is not okay, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's fun. Imagine Frankie barking or like chopping like birds. That's fun.
So that's entertainment hypnosis.
Yeah.
What I offer and what I've studied is hypnotherapy,
All right.
which is only used for the purposes of healing. at the deepest level of the subconscious mind.
Okay, so just one question. That entertainment hypnosis, can it actually be used to stop bad habits like smoking?
No.
Drink? It can't?
No.
Why can it make someone back but
yeah.
it can't stop them from?
Because it is purely for entertainment. So when you say stop smoking, smoking is an addiction.
So it needs some sort of healing, yeah?
I just feel like it's still the same area you're attacking, because if you're not entering someone's mind, but if you are triggering someone's mind to respond to something, you can trigger them to respond to you saying that whenever you hear the word "see," hate a cigarette, run away from the cigarette, or something like that.
It's not as simple as that. And you have to go through the layers. There's so many layers to it, right? And addictions are not so simple to get rid of. I'm sure everybody knows that. Because if it was so easy to get rid of with a snap, then we wouldn't have all these addiction centers in the world. Because addiction goes deep. Addiction is very deep. So, it's not easy to put those on the same level. To answer your question.
Yeah, it does. It does, but it also leaves like that hanging bit of if there are people who study, you know how you study hypnotherapy? If someone decides to venture in it and study it for like 10 years, 15 years and venture into hypnosis itself, even if it's for entertainment form, I feel like they can reach that point of knowledge where they can actually trigger someone's mind. Because it's all about the more you learn, the more you can grow. Like the person who learned how to build softwares of Facebook, it took you exploring that same sector to, become a pro in it. So it's just like if someone decides to study it, do they have a chance of actually reaching that point of time where they can manipulate someone's brain into forgetting an addiction or replace that addiction with something else?
We don't know. It could be possible. I mean, it hasn't happened so far. There is the other reality where, how much a person wants to control another person's mind.
Yeah.
And we don't want to go there because that is not healthy.
I'm sorry to make this reference. And watch movie Need to Get Out.
Yeah.
Have you seen the movie Get Out?
Yeah.
No.
So I think the mom in this movie...
You'd love Get Out.
Oh, you would
I will
love
go watch it after this.
So I think that mama is supposed to be a hypnotherapist, right?
Yeah.
And then so she hypnotizes this guy from stopping to smoke. Okay, I know it's a movie and that's a very shitty reference, but she actually uses hypnotherapy to make this nigga stop smoking. Like she just talks to the guy while just go watch the movie. Don't let me spoil it for you.
I'll go watch it. And look, there are techniques that can do something. But the lasting effect, we don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so there are, you have a bruise.
Yeah.
And you put a Band-Aid. The Band-Aid will help for a while and then you take it out and there's a bigger wound.
Yeah.
Okay? So this is why I say to people, this is not something you do for fun or curiosity or no. This is deep stuff.
Yeah. Because you're now messing with someone's free will, I guess.
Yeah.
As well. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can you use that to ruin somebody's life? Let me give an example. No, okay, not like
You're
that.
thinking about your ex. You're like,
right? Because I feel like when you talk about healing, it means that there's trauma there. What if I go to a guy who's a hypnotherapist, but then they're shitty at their job, and if anything, when I leave there, I'm worse? Is it possible? Or once you have this skill, the only thing you can do is make someone better?
In fact, that's a very good point. You know why? I don't know how many people actually practice their profession on the basis that they want to do the best. But before they want to do the best, they have to do their own work. So there are a lot of therapists out there that have not done their own cleaning.
Them themselves are fucked up.
Yeah. And then they haven't practiced or learnt the technique fully, or they're not coming from a place of awareness. And then they're just going to spread wounds and cause more wounds and transfer their own nonsense.
Because you guys carry a lot of toxic baggage, right? Because a lot of people come in dump and
yeah.
unload all their stresses and on that on
But
you guys.
I feel like it's still the same thing with every other occupation, like doctors.
really
Doctor,
don't think
you
so.
can actually go to the hospital when you have a very small problem and a doctor makes it worse by leaving like a cotton bud inside you.
No,
or
like you don't
something.
understand what we're saying. We're saying this. Me and Frankie are saying this. You know, you can imagine Frankie comes and tells her, you know, Mazee, my family, la la la. I come and tell her, so the other day got raped. Someone else comes and, hey, you know, I quit my job. Like at the end of the day, when you go back home, you've listened to a
You have all this
shitload of
damage.
nonsense of people. Then when you get home, you remember you come home, your kid is again sick, your mother's due, what happened to her. So you can imagine how the amount of fuckery you're carrying in your head.
No, because it's the same thing as you. How many times you scroll on TikTok and you find different stories? You go and find someone has passed on. You go and find someone celebrating their birthday.
But
you're
then
going to
you
listen
also-
to all of
But
them.
you're not,
Yeah,
you're
but
not
then
finding
it doesn't-
solutions
okay,
for them.
fuck.
May
But-
I respond?
Yes, please.
People.
My bad.
Okay, so let me put it this way. I found a way of not taking on other people's baggage. You come and tell me your story. It's not my story.
Yeah.
Why should I take it on? I'm doing a job. If I want to do it really well, I must not associate with your story because then I could actually cause more.
But harm than good.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have to be listening with a space so that I can be proactive in understanding, okay,
Yeah.
here's the story, here's the problem, da 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 da.
This is
What do I
solution.
need to do the best I can to help this person?
Yeah.
So first of all, I don't take on people's stories. It's your story. You may have told me, but I don't have to live with it.
For sure.
Okay, so that's one thing. And again, if you're right about something, when you say that in every profession, people have to take on people's stories to a certain degree,
Yeah.
right? Secondly, the most important thing for me is my meditation practice.
All right.
I meditate twice a day. There is no compromise. And this practice is so deep and so profound that it helps you literally unstress the entire day. Okay? And so my practice of my meditation helps me to keep balance so that I don't get caught up. Because if you look at the world today,
Yeah.
the world is not in a simple place, man.
Moving
Yeah.
fast as well.
You're
tangled
you're
up.
constantly, you know how many messages you're receiving through advertising, through just driving down a road, the billboards, you're listening to the radio, the amount of advertising, the amount of stuff your mind is being congested with. People don't know how to be quiet. People don't know how to be on their own. People don't know those things. So
Yeah.
you have. So for me, what's important is that I don't take on your story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And by not taking on your story, I'm a better therapist
Yes.
because I can see it from here and then I know where to go to help you.
Yeah.
Okay.
What if the story that you're being told you relate to? You know, it's one thing to
Or
be
like a
told a
family
story. No.
Oh.
Like I'd come and tell her, oh, you know, this what the fuck is going on in my life. Then it's actually something that happened to you.
Thank goodness, because then I can understand it.
It's not like a trigger, like
No, because I've done my work
Oh,
and I keep doing
okay.
my work. So it's not a trigger for me. If I haven't done my work, it'll be a trigger. And that happens with a lot of therapists.
Yeah.
Right? So for me, the important thing is I'm doing my work. If I'm doing my work, then this situation comes up. And there are so many people that come and I've had so many experiences they've had and I can relate and I can explain and I can understand. And that just makes the whole situation so much better.
Before we actually enter the main topic for today, I just want to know one thing. What's the difference between hearing voices and hearing thoughts?
Ooh, a nice one. There isn't an answer to that. There isn't a simple
So I could
answer.
be crazy.
you're possessed, brother.
So what exactly? You hear voices.
Or thoughts.
He's hearing something.
like you can be there at night and you just hear like
Yeah.
Frankie.
Okay,
Sometimes you
no.
don't have conversations with yourself.
You're watching Nigerian movies. You know?
No, because like I want to know what, because you know in the movies we see the voices be like, Christine, get up.
No,
Is that it?
bro.
No. You can hear, like, you can have conversations with yourself.
That's
You've
a
never had
conversation
that?
with yourself. Those are not voices you
No,
hear.
sometimes and then you catch yourself, you're like, wait, I've been talking for like 40 minutes.
That's
40
myself.
minutes. Your mind is talking all the time. What are you talking about?
Right?
That's okay.
Yeah. Like
Your
mind is
literally
talking all the
everyone.
time.
Okay. I thought it
It's
was
like
crazy.
right now when we're having this conversation, I'm here thinking like,
You're crazy.
does
but that's what it is.
Frankie actually listen to people talking at night? It's in my head now. I'm just
No,
projecting
no,
it with
no,
my voice, and it happens. I feel like everyone has those.
And we have voices we have our own voices
Yeah.
in our heads.
Yeah.
We have different parts of us that have these conversations. That's why this mind can drive you up the wall.
Yeah.
So, okay, then what is a schizophrenic then? Because they hear voices.
Schizophrenics and bipolar, those are chemical imbalances. And then those are voices that have gone too far and that are saying things that are very destructive and very, very dangerous. This is why they have to have meds to bring them back, to bring the chemicals into balance.
Yeah.
So that's a completely different version of it. Okay.
So what about these ones like me when I'm here like talking and then I hear like as if my mom is calling me, yet she's not calling me.
So now that could
Talk
be
to your ancestors.
that could be intuition.
Oh. Okay.
That could be intuition because how many times have you heard these stories where somebody, I thought I heard something, and then you go to your phone and somebody's called you and said exactly the same thing.
Yeah. Or the person you were thinking about calls you. Yeah, that's happened.
So there's telepathy, there's intuition, there's a whole range. So if we go into all of these things, what we need to understand is that we are, as human beings, we have so many parts to us,
Yeah.
so many facets to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
That not everything is so easily understood or explainable.
Yeah. All right. So I guess today we based on the conversation we had in the last episode, we discussed a lot about our childhood, especially Kalala and I. I guess we talked too much that we didn't give our dear Christine some time to speak on her end.
Yeah.
So we'd like her to first speak. Just, give us a quick background of your childhood, and then we'll go into a conversation of childhood traumas and pretty much how our childhood has shaped us.
It's the eye contact.
Yeah, we all on you now. She's dissecting
I
you
mean,
right
like,
now.
no, don't do that. I'm already trying to understand this version. Now, if you go down. So anyway, I wish you could have had their stories, but then let's go into mine because now it's my turn.
Alrighty.
Anyway, so I was born in 1999, 14th November, by my mom, obviously. So she's a single mom. She has been a single mom since I could remember. Actually, growing up, I had my uncle. He passed on. It's called Uncle Enoch. I thought that was my dad for like a very short period of time.
Okay.
But then one day she's telling me, come, we go and meet your dad. I'm like, what do you mean? I know my dad. Then we go to some place there and I'm seeing actually a man who looks like me. And she's like, this is your dad. I'm like, oh, okay. But that was like really young. So I was like, okay, this is my dad. But then I didn't understand why if that's my dad, he's not, I don't see him. So yeah, I was taken to boarding in nursery because my mom now had to work twice as hard because now she has to actually take care of me by her own. So she had to go up country to like do those long benders. They're called, like you go there, work for like 4 months, you get nice money, you come back, you develop yourself. So I had to go to nursery when I was young, and I had like my cousins who were staying with. So basically it wasn't a bad situation. It was very fun growing up with like adults. They were like in high school, so they would do crazy stuff. They would like go out, maybe like come back and try to dodge my mom, which was quite very fun to watch. So growing up, she obviously we didn't spend so much time together because I was in boarding. But when she would come back, she would give me, obviously, the princess treatment. She would make sure whatever Kristen wanted to eat, she would eat. Whatever I wanted, would do. I've never, ever missed celebrating her birthday since I was born. She always goes an extra mile to make sure, she gets big cake or something. Even, during those days, it was still cake, soda. There has to be a celebration of Christine's life.
Okay.
So it's, I go into it, I go into boarding. So the first time I was actually, for a long time with my mother, was P7 VAC. I had never been alone with her for that long. So because now growing up, I had my cousins and stuff. So now she had gotten some very good money. So we had gotten a new place. Now it was just me and her in that house at that point in time. And that's where I think, I don't know, hell broke loose. I don't know, that's what I should say. Because then she didn't know me and I didn't know her. But she was my mother. I know because we look alike. You understand? But I didn't know she used to, at that point in time, yell that much. I didn't know she used to get angry like that. And I didn't know, I didn't know so many things because now the cousins who were around growing up used to be the intermediate. I would not face the heat because, they were there. They would do everything. They would literally, be there for me. So now when they were not there, I had my first suicide attempt in P7. Because then in school, I was like I don't want to say bully, but I used to my mom is very fierce. She's not very tall, but she's when she talks, she commands authority and stuff. So growing up, I've had that fierce facade first when I was growing up. I used to not want people to I don't know. Because I was tall already, I was dark-skinned, so I was bigger than the average person in my class. I got my periods early by P5, and all that caused hormonal imbalance. I said they put me on birth control pills in P6 because my periods came for 3 weeks straight. So I had a lot of hormonal imbalance in my body. So, but then I also had good things coming from it. I was very good at math. I got to national level of math contests. I was winning and losing at the same time, basically. When it comes to friendships, in school I had them, but it was also because I was open to be rebellious. I was always either called into the HM's office or this Christine has done this, because remember, growing up I was exposed to so many things so early. But I was very happy during those years until it reached P7. So P7, why I had my first, why I took those pills. So my mom had some pills she used to take for her medication. And they were a whole, she had this whole bag of pills. So I didn't know. But me in the movies that I used to see, they just take so many pills. So when you take so many pills, you're going to, die. So I got all of them. They were over 40 plus pills. And I swallowed them. And I didn't even want to say bye. I didn't write anything, or goodbye letter or nothing. I just put on some very cute night dress of mine and I slept like this.
You're how old at this time?
P7, that's, I think 11. No. Because I said P1, 6.
It's be about 12.
Yeah, 12. So the next day she woke up and she's asking me, where are my tablets? Now I didn't know I was going to wake up, so now I have to answer questions.
Yeah.
So I'm telling her oh, mommy, I swallowed them. Because what was I going to say? I threw them away. So she's like, what do you think was going to happen when you have died? I would cry and move on. That's what she told me. She told me, what do you think was going to happen? People die all the time. I would cry and move on. So she leaves that day. So I go back to watching TV because TV was my best friend. Mm-hmm. I'd watch TV all the time. I would go get some movies from the library, can watch screen. So she comes back late. I think her sister talks to her or something. Then she says, no, now let's go for counseling. She gets a big Ribena. My mom is the person who used to use money to compensate emotionally in case she's not there available. She would buy you nice things so you feel, a little bit better in the situation, which worked. I won't say it didn't work. It used to work. So she bought me my Ribena, and I forgot I was really angry at her.
Yeah.
She bought me my stuff. I was eating ice cream. We're going in the car. I didn't know we're going to a counselor. So we go for my first counseling session, and now that was crazy because we go for my first counseling session with a very renowned counseling doctor in Uganda. She's called Dr. Sabrina Chitaka. She's very good. So we go there and we sit down and talk, and they tell her there's some things you need to apologize to your daughter for and stuff. So you could clearly see that she's doing it because she has to. I felt like she was doing it because she had to. That's how I felt in that moment. So she was like, oh, I'm sorry, but she was apologizing for things that were deeper than that. Like when because I was in boarding school, single-sex school. So when I was expelled in nursery, so I had to go to...
Expelled?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, like it was a very awkward situation. I was in Hillside, then one moment, I don't know, there was like a mini assembly, then I don't remember because my mom, like, she didn't want me to experience that. She didn't like blame me.
Yeah.
She never used to like come and say, why did you do this at that point in time? No. So I just knew I was going to another school. I went to another school like mid P1, going there. So growing up, obviously, since I got my periods earlier than the average person, my hormones were quite very active at an early age. So I converted to being a Catholic. That's in P6. But before that, I had a very, I don't know how to call it. Like, I was just living life. I was just, I don't know. I was just in that phase of whatever is coming, is coming. If someone is saying, Christine, let's go and do this, that is not right, I wouldn't say no.
Yeah.
Like, I literally did not know. I didn't have values. That's actually the right word to say. I didn't have values until I reached P6. P6 is when I converted to being a Catholic. Now, that's when I met this priest, Father Nsubuga. He's called Father Nsubuga. So he taught me in ways of being a Catholic. And when because I really wanted, because in a Catholic school, I used to see people going for the body of Christ. I used to see them being humble. I was like, these people are orderly. I really want to join I want to be in this. You understand? So when I went for those lessons to prepare me to be a Catholic, that's when I realized that, okay, so the things I have actually been, doing have not been right. So he guided me in that aspect of, let's talk about this. So that's when I started getting like a moral compass, to be exact. So when I got the moral compass, it was a little bit, I think, because I had already, with all the, the girls used to do whatever they used to do in school, and I was among them. We used to like go be caned in whatever, the HM's office and stuff. So there's a time my mom took me to the gyna, because I had problems with my menstrual health. So when we reached the gyna is like, I think your daughter is, someone is harassing your daughter. So I tell her no one is harassing me, because I could not tell her the truth that, at school, this is what is happening. You get, because my mom doesn't know how to keep things to herself. She'd go to school and make a big deal out of, like, you get, and put the kids in trouble, tell their parents, call the whole school. She was that kind of person. Like, she caned me in front of the whole school. That's the kind of person she was. Like, I knew that I'd rather have, like, literally died there when she was caning me than mention anyone. So in that, she ended up, because she couldn't obviously think maybe there's a girl doing this to Christine or something. So she thought it was my cousins who I was staying with. So in that, she ended up hurting them in ways, like, imagine you're there, you're seated, you know the answer, you know the truth, but you're looking at your mom hurting these people badly because she thinks they hurt her daughter. And you can't say anything because she won't believe you nevertheless. She had already made up her mind, and she was so angry in that way of, I don't know. She was so angry. So it's built like a rift. I felt like she couldn't trust me. I felt like she couldn't listen to me. It was a whole situation because I felt like she didn't understand me. So the only thing I had was really my religion. So, and when I did my research by that time. I like doing research. And I saw that, Saul kind of like killed himself and stuff. So that's when I felt the comfort of going to do it in P7. So when we reached there, the counseling's office, that's when I told her, Mommy, you literally beat these people for nothing. You literally sent away my cousins for nothing. You get? That's when I actually confronted her about that issue that had happened like in P5 before I had become a Catholic. You understand? So that's when I told her that, and she's like, "Oh, sorry." So I tell her, "But you should also go and apologize to the people you actually put in this." She said, "Okay." We went there, and I was not there for the conversation, but she said she had. But I felt so much shame because I didn't know how these people are going to look at me after. But they were very understanding because I've grown to know that family will love you regardless. So after that P7, I go to Gaza. And Gaza, it was a very different setting. And I feel like Gaza was like one of the best things that happened to me in that school because it was a G8. It was like I moved away from this. Because I feel like in every environment I'm in, it's like my mind tunes itself to fit in. If I'm put in a place that has, I don't know, people who, let me say, commit crime, I may end up committing crime because that area has made me feel comfortable enough to do it.
You're easily impressionable. Right?
Yes.
Wow.
And I think that's the word. So when I went to Gaza, I was in a community that was elite, that knew how to speak. These are people who, had very nice English. These are people who put themselves, like, we had a headmistress who used to make sure we felt empowered as women. So that, now there, it was a very different scenario. Now there, I was building myself. I was building myself. I gained a lot of weight because I became so comfortable in who I was as a person. So that happened, guys, but still I didn't have a connection with my mom. I'm just connecting with the people I find. That's why it was easy for me to easily make friends, because making friends has been a must for me since nursery, because remember, I've been put in situations where I don't know anyone and I have to actually make friends. So now it's easy for me to actually get along with people. Now Gaza comes here. Now the topic of men come in, because now these are all, girls who are, so we start, dating. You start dating. And it wasn't, actually, Gaza was just about, it was like, I don't know, I found myself. I learned how to
Is it
date.
like a school or what is it?
Yeah, it's a school.
Oh, okay.
It's a school, but it's, I don't know how to explain. It's a school that allows you to have your natural hair because they want you to know how to maintain your hair.
Okay.
It's a school that makes you tailor your first uniform when you've gotten it, because they want you to learn how to tailor. Like, they want you to learn how to be a lady.
Okay.
What do you get?
So apart from academics, there's also life skills.
Yes. They
Okay.
give you they would punish you for missing meals.
For real?
Yes.
That is so cool.
They would literally, you would.
Yeah, because here would be punished for, like, if you do some shit, they'll be like, yeah, you're not eating today.
Yeah,
You know?
if you're disorganized, they cut. If you sure you're not a neat person, they're going to cut off your hair, and you're going to be the only person who has bald hair, who has
It's
a
a
bald
girls'
head.
school.
Yes, it's a girls' school.
Okay.
You're going to be the only person who has like a bald head in the whole school, so everyone will know that that's a punishment.
Is that why Uganda women are like submissive and very proper and very put together?
Not
'Cause
everyone
you're
went to
taught that?
Gaza, but I
Okay.
think that's in, like, the women in Uganda, they love being traditional. They love being submissive. I don't want to say, like, they love, they're okay with doing the day-to-day things.
So that schooling doesn't have anything to do with that? Or it contributes to that?
It contributes to
Okay.
it.
So
Like,
are you a person, would you call yourself submissive? Question.
it was a long pause. It's like, I know how to be submissive, but it's I've also been raised to take charge of my own life.
Okay.
So I do
All
not.
right.
You get it's a battle in between of.
Yes.
I've literally been left to, like, raise myself at that point. So now I had to, like, know that I make my big decisions. I've had to make decisions about myself, big decisions about myself since I was young. So, but Gaza it actually changed the trajectory of my life. I wanted to do bigger things. I wanted to debate and reach the UN. I had now bigger goals. As a person, and my mind was not just of looking for minor excitement, which was in my primary. You get, it was like the condition was so bad that even if you're getting 5 minutes of joy, you would be kawa with it.
Quick
now
thrill.
here, it was like, what are you to me? Some people have, because now me, I was from a worse environment. Now when I come here, I'm feeling quite relieved. Now we carry our own Grab. In primary, we used not to carry Grab. There was no like food. Grab is like snacks. There's no snacks. You have to wait for like a pancake at break time. You get now here, you have to carry your own food. You make your own spices. You can spice your food the way you want. They give us milk tea and different varieties at breakfast. Literally, they treated us like ladies. So it's made me embody being a lady more, which honestly has helped me until today, because now I feel the need to have my lashes done, my hair neat, I feel the need to look pretty, because the school made me feel, I don't know, our headmistress at that point in time was honestly, she would tell you, you're a lady, never give up, do this, you're like, you have so much power as a woman.
Yeah.
She literally, she would speak on assembly and you live empowered to do what you don't have. Like, you would want to excel because they would not pin up our results. They would never pin up our results. So you not know who's the last.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Amazing. I love it.
Sensational.
They would never pin up when I was there. They started doing it after when change of regime, but when I was there, they would not pin up your results. So there was no shaming of someone's knowledge. It's just you in your capability to be like, I'm Christine. I have to be a better person. I have to work here. And there were women who have actually gone through that phase, and they would come and talk to us. And you're seeing a woman from the UN coming. She's telling you, I was here and this, and she looks so good. She looks so put together. Oh, that life. It made me...
Like, literally, that's something that, for me, I really don't believe in that. I want competition.
You get me?
I go to my kids' school and they're like, we're all winners. I'm like, no, I need to know if my son is a loser or if he's a winner.
But you
I
see,
need to know so I can work on it.
Yeah, I feel like in that situation, because I was there when I was in primary, they used to pin up our results. They used to literally put us in streams of the first learners, second learners.
Yes.
So you would... But did that help me? Honestly speaking, I would 100%.
But you don't think that will build drive?
Yeah.
Give you motivation?
Competition
Because
is
I promise you,
a very interesting topic. Comparison and competition.
Yeah.
Honestly, to me, no. I want someone to look into me and tell me that, Christine, like they would, let me tell you guys, is a point that there are games, if you're good at, now there's some girl who was very good at art, she won DSTV competitions, and that was her specialty. Other things were not so good, but they made sure her skill was put to I don't know how to explain it, to like, whatever you're good at, they focus on that. Like, I feel like that's what white people have.
Yeah.
If your child is good at music, why are you wasting time taking them to learn IT?
Okay, but first, let's understand this. I like the theory of let's work on whatever you're good at. But when you come to reality, Baba, you'll go and study engineering and come and cook. So you cannot say become a cook on TikTok. So you cannot say because growing up I felt the
Kalala, you're
energy
looking
of,
at it badly because it's like if I notice my child has a love for computers at the age of 6, and I say, okay, I'm taking my child because I have a friend of mine. He started doing his coding classes when he was in primary 7. He went to an international school and started learning and stuff.
Yeah.
So when he went there, right now, by the time we reached Form 5, he used to change our results. He used to hack the system to change people's results. Because his parents saw the skill, developed it early, and now this person is at an untouchable level. You cannot lack a job when you're untouchable.
For me, I think each one of us is so unique that we have literally our education systems, all our systems, go to any system, has reduced that so that everybody has to walk in this narrow pathway.
Exactly.
Okay.
And so, why do I need to compete with you?
Yeah.
For example, why? Why do I need to compete with you?
Is there
what I'm really good at, you're not good at.
Okay, let me ask you a
or
question.
what you're really good at, I couldn't even touch.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So because of our uniqueness, but uniqueness is not encouraged in the world. Why is it not encouraged? They cannot control you.
Yeah.
When you are unique and good at something, you're untouchable. Kalala, it's like me telling you right now, let's go to a makeup school. Do you think you can beat me?
Hey, that one.
Yes, there we go. You think you can beat me?
Exactly what I'm saying.
You see, what I'm saying is this, I do understand why you can say, okay, you know what? The 5 of us, we're very good at engineering. Remember, the class is going to be full of engineers. No, let's take journalism, for instance, okay? Yeah. We have this voice of thunder, the 17 of us. Not 17 of us are going to be on TV That's the truth of the matter. So you cannot tell me that you'll not listen to your mathematics teacher because you're miyamta. Nah, baba. Like, just because you're good at something and you've been given the ability to be there does not mean that you will get that opportunity. And you cannot fall back in life and be like, yeah, you know.
When you're good at something, you create the opportunity.
Yes.
We're not
Look at it from this point of view. Even though there are 17 of you,
yes,
all doing journalism,
yes,
each one has a different spin.
but everybody wants
But
to
it's the same field, though.
It's the same field,
it's
but
not.
each one has a different spin because we each have a unique mind and thinks in a different way. And what one would focus on, another would focus on completely differently.
like literally right.
So the thing is, being competitive actually has created, this is our education systems,
Yeah.
where it takes away our individuality, it takes away our gifts, it takes away who we could become. So I totally agree with this.
Yes, I do. Like us right now, we all have our strengths. You get Kalala, Frankie, but imagine they put us in a room and they're saying, you guys are competing for one job.
Let the best man win, Baba.
It's better to make these people stronger in their elements and join them. Like it's like wanting sand to be water. You cannot make sand water. Whatever you do, even if you dilute it, it will never be water.
But you can make sand glass, though.
Okay. Anyway, let's get back to your
Let's
story.
go
back to your
Tell us what
traumas.
happened.
Yeah, so leaving Gaza, I wanted a change of environment now. So I wanted to go to... Actually, I loved the whole place, but I didn't want to go back. I love change. I'm a person of change. I feel like different environments trigger you to be a different person, which I want to experience in me. So I wanted change and I decided to go to private sector and I went to a more private school. Please note, I was expelled that very
Wait, again.
Why?
Hey.
You know, in Gayaza, when I was taken to the administrator's office for bullying. Do you know what she told me? She didn't know how she called me. She called me and said, Christine, on assembly, Nampera, come to my office for tea. I breathed in. And that's how she would call people. She would not say, you're going to be expelled. She would just say, come to my office for tea. And she would actually have tea.
For real?
Like, yeah, she would have tea. You go there. She gives you a cup of tea with G-nuts. And she tells you, so why do you feel the need to make people feel less of themselves? Oh, then you sweat. Let me tell you, to me, that is more powerful than caning me.
I would agree totally.
Like, she would just sit there and ask you, why? She asked me, why do you feel the need to make... Because I had bullied a young girl. She had come into our class without knocking, so I had pinched her and...
Pinched!
Wait, how old were you?
I was in form 3. She was in form 2. So I wanted to assert... I don't know.
Dominance.
I have problems. Just now I'm messed up, but I make it work. So I had bullied her and then, so since I was big, I was a big girl. I was a very big girl. I was like, I reached 100 kgs in like form 2. So I was a big girl. So I was like, if you're big, you have to, show you're big. So now when she called me in the office, she told me, why do you feel the need to? So for that, we talked. We had a very lengthy conversation and she told me, in the conversation, I'm thinking she's forgiving me. She's not. She's telling me, so I think you're going to go to the farm for 2 weeks and dig, since you have a lot of energy to show. At the end of the conversation, after making me feel good, thinking that, she told me, I think you're going to go to the farm for 2 weeks and dig. And I went to the farm with the other people who had been accused for bullying as well. We dug, but we didn't dig for 2 weeks. She forgave us after like 5 days, but we had to dig. She didn't expel us. Like, she didn't give you the easy way out. You will learn. Like, she will find a way of making you learn. And we learned. Because the first time I had different punishments there. They cut my hair because I was not being very organized. I learned how to be organized. I learned because I didn't want to have a bald head again. Then when they took me for bullying, I would literally and up to today, literally, you're not going to find me try to bully someone from that day. She literally told me the need for you trying to show your dominance by attacking someone else makes you look inferior. Yeah. Like, she made me feel very little for what I was doing, not what others were making me. Because other people who are seeing you bullying are going to cheer you.
Yeah, for sure.
For her, she made me look at it in a way of, like, you're actually being very shallow by doing this.
She's great headmistress, I must say.
Yeah, she was. People were sad when she left. So it was like she made me feel so shallow for doing it that I never saw value of doing it again till today.
Amazing.
That's why even if I'll look at you because you get. I feel very inferior if I try to attack someone and make them feel less of themselves. I feel worse about myself.
So why were you
because of that.
expelled the next time?
Now, when I went to SETA, I was excited for a trip. So I made someone like help me with my art theory paper. And
Who's this someone?
a friend. So we were not, I was like, because I was a prefect also as well. And they told me not to collect money from students.
Big boy.
And I did collect the money from the students. And also there was a teacher in SETA who was trying to be very, very funny. I had actually reported the case to my mom, and do you know what my mom did? Instead, she explained the case to me later, though. But at that point in time, how I felt, she just went there and gave the guy money.
For what?
For her, how she looked at it. This is how she explained to me. Years later, she told me, she's like, I thought by going there and giving him money to tutor you, like showing him that I am present, is going to make him get scared of trying to approach you in a sexual manner. I said, well, it clearly did not work. It clearly did not work because he became more aggressive about it. I was doing elections actually, and he told me something of, I could make you win. Just come to my office at this time. And this is not just, something I've gone through for the first time because, growing up when you develop boobs early and bums early and stuff, you be sexualized early. So being sexualized is not something new to me. It's not something that alarms me.
Or surprises you because you can see yourself. Yes. Was there any abuse?
No, he actually did not because it was one day during coaching, he was telling me, enter the car, he would not physically hold my hand.
Okay.
Because I'm a big girl. What are you going to try to do to me? So obviously, he's not trying to hold my hand, but he's trying to use my results to try to make me feel like I need him in that angle. So I had so many things going on, and when that happened, because it wasn't an exam actually, it was a test. It could have easily been forgiven, but this man went an extra mile to make it look like a very big deal because he wanted to trigger me in that way of like, if you want help, come to me.
Yeah,
right.
I will have this situation thrown out in a second. I didn't call my mom. Because I thought he was actually bluffing.
Okay.
Because the things I've gone through before have made me realize that teachers bluff.
Yeah.
Older men bluff. They tell you, I'm going to do this to you. Then I think they touch themselves in the heart and then calm down.
Yeah.
This one was on a different level. He was not coming down at all.
Or maybe because you didn't really truly believe your mom was able to get you out of that situation.
Like to call her and say, help me. She would have.
She would have?
She's very financially stable, and financially stable people get most of the things they want. So it's just like she would have, but I didn't, because I called you the first time and told you what this man was doing to me. You decided to give him money. So I'm calling you again and I'm telling you what.
So you didn't feel she handled it properly in the first place?
Yeah.
I did.
So-
I told her about it.
Yes.
Yes.
So you didn't call her again?
I didn't call her again. So when I was expelled and taken back home, she didn't say anything. She didn't say anything. She brought me inside the house. She didn't say anything about it. She literally knew. She knew. She went, approached the headmistress about it, talked to her, and the headmistress was like, no, let her come back. She was like, no. You've refused. Like, she's going to go through the exact same thing if I bring her back. So she says, but we're going to another school. So I didn't have to sit. I actually didn't study that whole third term because she's like, just stay home and try to heal from the situation. Now my mom, for her, how she heals, she goes home and sleeps and rests, and for her, she's okay. She didn't give me anyone to talk to. I was just there on my own watching movies the same way, not realizing I actually have to go back to school next year.
Yeah.
So I go back to school next year and people are far ahead. We're going to another school now, remember?
Right.
People are far ahead. There's so much frustration. Anyway, it reaches a point in time where, you don't perform as good as you would have if you are as consistent as everyone else. But like I said, I don't blame situations for what happens to me. I literally... To me, how I see healing is now I accept what has happened and find a solution to maneuver around it. Like, if this has happened to me, I'd be like, okay, now what next? Because I feel like understanding it is not going to take the pain away. To me,
it's a great way of going beyond. The acceptance part is excellent because most people don't accept. Most people, when they go through challenges in life, what they do is they stay in the problem.
yeah,
And they keep magnifying the problem and complain about the problem. They don't accept it and they don't find a solution.
But now you see what that has done to me is that I find myself in loops. Because it's like it's a situation of you know this has happened to you. Yes, you move on past it. It's like, if you know this cup has broken, for you not going to understand why the cup has broken, you just say, okay, it has broken, and you look for another cup. This one breaks again. And you're like, the cups keep breaking.
Yeah.
You just go get another cup. That's how, honestly, my life has felt. Because I also don't want to reach that point of time of, I don't want to understand. That's why I was so scared about this episode. I don't want to understand why the cups are breaking. Because if I understood why the cups were breaking, I feel like the sadness would overwhelm me as a person.
So here is where, there are many aspects of the story, of your story, okay? And hence my earlier comment on mapping out your story. Which are the cups that are breaking? Which cups are breaking? Is it personal relationships? How is your relationship with your mother? Is it with your cousins? Is it with men? Is it with your career? Which cups are breaking? Or is it across the board?
So when it comes to my mother, before, honestly, I felt so empty. When we are now on the same page, I feel so fulfilled. I don't know how to explain it. It's like I got the validation that I was looking for in other people.
Mm-hmm.
So when she gave it to me, I thought it would be enough. It feels good. It feels like an achievement you've worked so hard for and you finally got it, because she did give it to me now. Now she's my friend. Now she's there for me now. I feel the love that I used not to feel then, that I used to crave for, and you get, because...
But didn't she give it to you after another trauma?
Yeah.
So it was based on that.
So here's the thing. What we need to understand generationally, there's quite a few parts to your story.
Yeah.
And so based on what you've shared up to now, we have generational wounds coming from way, 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 way back.
Mm-hmm.
Great grandmother and great grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
And then they've been passed down through generations. So your mother behaved in the way that she knew.
Yes.
She didn't know any
She also
better.
didn't have a
Okay.
criteria.
The fact that you didn't have a present father,
Yeah.
okay, that would have another piece to it. And you talked about an uncle being there.
Yeah.
So was this uncle in a relationship with your mother?
For like a year, 2 years.
Okay, so that would have caused some confusion to you as a child, which you actually said that you didn't understand why. So let's look at the components of what you shared up to now. You have the gap between you and your mother, that you didn't know each other because you didn't spend time, and you didn't feel validation, you didn't feel understood, you didn't feel seen or known by your mother.
Mm-hmm.
Then you talk about the absent father, not having a male figure, not knowing what that means, not knowing what it is to create a relationship
Yes.
with the opposite sex, depending on what your preferences are. Okay, that's another thing. Okay. Then you talk about experiences of a girl kissing you and not knowing whether that's okay or not. All right. Then you bring in the religious part. Even though it gave you a moral compass, I'm not sure whether the values you were taught through that were morality poverty or whether they were more focused religious values that could have caused you more conflict internally. I don't know. Okay? Then we talk about the expelling and the judgments around that. Okay? How did that affect you internally? So now when you look at how many components that have just shown up, you'd have to go and heal all of those areas in order to then figure out these cups breaking. What are these cups breaking? And why are they breaking? And why are you constantly needing to find replacements? Is because inside there is a disconnect. And the disconnects can come from so many of these aspects because they're so layered. So we've got generational wounds from mothers and fathers. We've got racial wounds. We've got gender wounds. We've got status wounds. We've got financial. I'm glad you didn't go through that from the sound of it, that you were, well provided for.
Yeah, she was
okay?
there for me
But if we break it down, then we've got the whole financial aspect, poverty. On our continent, the poverty mentality is huge. And that's because we had land and we lived simply off our land, but we were told that that's not good enough. You ought to have big houses and you ought to have money in the bank and you need to have a big car and all of that, okay? So when we look at life, there are so many layers that when you start to figure out, okay, something isn't working okay. I have people calling me and saying, I've had a great life. I've had super experiences. But something isn't okay.
Yeah, you still feel the emptiness.
Yeah, there's an emptiness, there's a void, there's things are not working the way I want them to work. You look in the mirror and you see this beautiful woman looking back at you. And then there's another part of you that's going like, yeah, cut that crap.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
What you're seeing is not what's real.
Yeah.
Okay? So here is where a good therapist then maps out and says, you're sabotaging. So if we go back to your the number of times you were expelled, it became a pattern. And what happened? Why did you want to be expelled? Why did you do stuff that got you expelled, as an example? Could be. And you got expelled because did it give you attention? Did it make you feel seen? Or did you get expelled because
it makes you feel
you wanted to rebel? See, you start asking these kind of questions. So what was the point? And so self-sabotage is one of the biggest reasons why people's lives are screwed up.
Yeah.
Because you keep hurting yourself. Yeah. And you hurt yourself about things that you don't need to, but you don't know why you're doing it, and you don't know how to stop. So addictions are self-sabotage. Having multiple partners. I'm not a prude, for God's sake. Somebody said their name was Prudence. I'm not a prude.
Prudence.
Okay, I would go there. What the heck? Do what rocks your boat. However, what people don't understand that every time you have an interaction, an intimate interaction where one body part is going into another body part, you're exchanging a frequency.
Tell Frankie and Kalala, thank you.
You're exchanging frequency.
Yes.
And not only are you exchanging frequency, you're leaving a piece of you behind and you're taking a piece of that person. So how many people are you people running around with? I will not go there. Okay? All right? I wouldn't go there.
Yeah.
So when we start to understand that there's not just what we see and what is physical, what is tangible, what we think we know. There are so many other ways of looking at life. And so why have we reached this point of extreme destruction in the world? It is happening. Go anywhere. Doesn't matter which country, doesn't matter what race, doesn't matter what gender out of the 6 that are available. There is such a lot of destruction. And this destruction is generational. And it is every single person's responsibility to start working through their own layers. And to start working through their story to understand, first of all, what do I need to clean up? What do I need to heal? Secondly, what am I responsible for? And what do I need to accept that cannot be changed? Like the past cannot be changed. You know, a lot of people are crying about the past and saying, my mother didn't do, my father didn't do, my so-and-so. They didn't do because they couldn't do.
They couldn't
and
do.
so get over your big self, seriously, and accept it and know that you need to make peace with it because if you disrespect your parents, that is just, it is not worthy. It is not going to serve any purpose. It is not going to give you anything, and it is not going to help anybody. So understanding that your parents did their best.
Yes. And loving them regardless.
Have you had a conversation with your mom about this?
Yes.
As an adult?
Yes. For us to reach where we are right now, I told you during that week, that's 10 days, we went through deep conversations. I understood my mom to levels I had never understood her in. Right now she tells me experiences. Like those days she used to want to guard me so much. But when I went through that traumatic experience, like I had told you, when we shared that, she told me, no, the world is actually hard for everyone. Then she told me how hard it has been for her. And then she made me feel like what you're going through is not out of the ordinary. You're not, you're acting like, am I the villain? Why is everything happening to me? She made me realize that people go through things. I've gone through things, but I am here.
I would like to ask you something. I like it when you say that you have to understand that, you know what, it is done, it's okay, I need to work on this, my mistake was here. But you see, let's just bring it down. So back in the day, I used to have a problem with alcohol. And you have to understand this,
back in the day,
Baba, let's stick there. Back in the day.
It's not here now.
It's not here now.
Okay.
No lie. So the thing is this, you have to, there has to be, okay, now that you understand Swahili. Christine, I'm sorry. You'll have to allow me in this one.
Subtitles right here.
Unajua venye kabla utake solve makosa, lazima unotice kwanza kuna makosa. So when I'm there getting drunk every day because I don't have a job, what time do I have kunotice niko na shida? Sijui kama unaningama. Because nikiamka asubuhi, nenda kunywa tena juu sina job. So when will that circle break? Na ni realize, you know what? Fuck, I actually need help. I need to stop drinking. I started, you get what I'm saying?
Nimeelewa kabisa. Lakini unapataje pesa kwenda kulewa na huna job?
Walevi wako committed, baba.
Wacha nikuulize.
Walevi. Unacheza mtu mseme tulia tu yuko alika
The most motivated people are drug users.
Yeah, baba. Crackheads, baba. Those guys.
But the thing about drugs that you don't understand is that it's the same thing with you get the thoughts, but you never get the energy to do the actions. The thoughts will always be there.
So I think for me the important thing here is the question she's asked about how and when do you get the space even to identify niko na problem.
Yes.
Sindio? Here is where we've lost it. We've really lost it because we don't have communities like we used to have. Families are not living together like they used to live,
for sure.
right?
Yeah.
So if a person decides that they're going to self-destruct, they're going to lewa paka wakufe,
For sure.
you can't do anything about it.
Yes.
They're going to inject until wakufe, there's nothing you can do about it. And this is why I said earlier, it is every single human being's responsibility to stop and to ask themselves, what is this life? This thing we are calling life, what is it?
Ujite mkutano.
Peke yako with all your voices. Umesikia? Na useme, so hii kitu nimepewa inaitwa life. Ina maana gani? Na nifanya nini nayo?
Yeah.
Sorry. This life, what does it mean? And what do I do with it? And I can see I'm destroying myself. I'm destroying this body that is carrying my essence.
Yeah.
And if you're too deep in your addiction, you're not going to be able to do that. You're not going to be able to do it. This is why sometimes you need external intervention. Sometimes you need people to come and lock you up in a rehab.
Yeah.
I feel
Okay.
like also sometimes it needs a traumatic, not a
Yes,
traumatic experience.
I agree.
It's like there's always that point. There's that turning point. Now, when you see that's what I was going to tell you. When it comes to spirituality, how you understand things, it relates to that. Like when you're talking about the connection of people. When someone comes with their energy and stuff like that, and you have multiple partners, how it affects you. Now, for us, spiritually, how they teach us, it's they go deep and they look at it in our soul ties and stuff like that. These are connections. What they actually mean is these are energies you're transferring. Also, when it comes here to the aspect of are you going to do better for yourself? It's something traumatic. So now for us, we look at it in a way of God now has chosen this is your time for you to change. But yet, you have done something over and over again, and there's going to be a time. It's like if I keep knocking that cup over and over again, there's a time where it's going to
crack.
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah.
So if you keep doing something wrong over and over again, if you keep getting drunk, one day you're going to end up in an accident, God forbid.
For sure.
Which
And
is going to
break a-
actually wake you up and be like, what caused me? Why was I drinking at this time? Possibly I drink a lot. Why should you get what I'm trying to say? So it comes from nature. Like if you keep doing something negative and you clearly know it's negative, you have a choice. It's either you're tired, you're actually very tired, and you're saying, I've given up. This is the road I'm willing to die on. Or you know better for
I
you.
hear you, but you know me, I've been addicted to alcohol before, eh? And when people talk about it, people talk about addiction like it's some wacha kunywa, stop it, just put the cup down. It's not that easy. Like for instance, now you've said we cannot change the past, right? But then again, when you go ahead and tell me about Salters, okay, fine, I've banged 96 people. What do I do about that? Because like, how do I drop off their
But you stop
Also,
there and
this
you
this
cleanse.
exchanging of energies, does it work the same for men and women?
Yes.
Absolutely.
But women are incubators, men are penetrators. I'm leaving.
Ring the bell.
I'm leaving something. You're
You're
collecting
looking for
it.
a reason to
No, I'm just
abstract
saying.
yourself.
Hey,
Like what?
I'm leaving
I'm
with
just
all
saying.
my pieces.
Like,
Don't
if
kid yourself.
nothing enters
You're
me, I
leaving
just
a piece
enter.
behind, apart from whatever has.
but I'm not collecting anything.
You
Yes,
still,
yes,
I'm not
you
leaving
are
with anything.
nicely
Her
coming
fluids
out
are-
with it.
Yeah,
I'm leaving with a body.
Here's
That's
the
a body
point.
count. Yeah.
You are
point.
coming out, and these pieces are not tangible.
Yes.
They are not tangible. You're moving with frequency, my friend.
It's energy.
Okay? And can you touch
Exchanging
energy?
energy.
Can you touch it? Can you touch the wind? You
No.
can't.
No, but you can feel it.
But you
see
haven't
the
been
trees.
feeling it, have you?
No, I haven't felt any energy.
Wait until
from-
tonight, man. All of them are going to come and say, I'm here.
Maybe those are the voices. I'm getting.
That's maybe the way.
So coming back to the addictions.
Yes, yes.
Addictions are the most one of the most. There are many destructive habits, right?
Yeah.
An addiction is a habit. What's a habit? A habit is a behavior that you repeat and repeat until it becomes part of your system, right?
Thing, yeah.
So the neural pathway in your mind, in your brain, then has become so thick and wants to be fed. It's like a little gremlin or a monster.
Okay.
And it wants alcohol. Until you then make a decision and take responsibility that this thing has to stop. And you go and get help. It's not so easy to stop, is it?
I also feel like it's step at a. You see now how you have like if let me say you have an addiction to alcohol, yeah, and you know that there are other things that because now what alcohol does, it makes you spend so much time in it. Now if you can do other things, like you say now I'm going to take an exercise, I'm going to start working out. Let me say you get another hobby, another thing that can be as addictive as that, but in a positive impact.
So that's a replacement behavior.
Yes.
So getting a replacement behavior. The thing is, what most people don't do is take time to figure out, who am I? Why am I doing this? What is this stuff doing to me?
Yeah.
Ultimately, I have to live in this body.
Right.
I'm the one that has to live in myself. All right? So if I do this, what are the long-term outcomes?
Exactly.
And how is this going to impact my life?
How
right?
you feel.
So, but people are living. People want the quick fix now.
Yes.
And that quick fix now is not going to help your life in the future. And so we have to stop with these quick fixes, the money now, the substance now, the alcohol now, the fun now. People have also forgotten that, you know, there isn't a reality around what is fun. What is fun really?
Yeah.
Fun is about how you're just ingesting stuff and doing stuff that is destructive.
Yeah.
So we talk about generational mother and father wounds. There's generational addictive wounds that are part of our DNA.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You'll see that addictions run in a family. Alcohol addiction can run in a family. Drug addiction can run in a family. It becomes part of your DNA. Okay?
Okay.
It
You've
gets
not seen
passed
it.
down, even
mean-
though it's not clear.
Like, I mean, I would say I've seen it before, but in my head, I would say this is a choice. The way, let's say we're all a family, and then Frankie drinks and I drink, but you don't and you don't. It cannot, it's something that me and Frankie are choosing to do.
I
It's
agree.
it's
I
not
agree.
that
You're choosing
because
to
me
do.
and Frankie, we come from this family, we are alcoholics.
No,
No, I
you
feel
are
like you're looking at
choosing.
it badly. Because there's something called genetics as well. You look at it in an aspect of you're choosing yes now, but when you start, are your probabilities of you becoming an addict higher than an average person?
That's it.
You're looking at it in a very wrong perspective.
Eh.
Yes, because you see now, if I've seen my father throw down a crate of beer and he has tossed it away,
Yeah.
and I know he can take it and still walk. So if the day I decide to start drinking, I know, like even in genetics, your body can, if you done the same crate of beer, you won't be surprised because you'll be like, hey, I mean, my mzee can actually do this. That
Me
means
too, me
I can
too. Yeah.
double it. So you get more comfortable in your addiction because of, you know,
It's
of
there.
the genetics.
Definitely. Because there are some
Yeah.
people who metabolize alcohol differently.
Yeah.
So they can consume
and
way
this
more.
and this is why it's not so easy to understand what causes so much dysfunction
In society.
until you look at, and here is where the individuality comes in. When you look at each individual and understand them, then you can understand their story. And then you can understand how to help them.
Yeah.
All right. So this is why, you know, even when couples come to me and say, we want to come for couples therapy, and I say, no. First, each of you is going to come separately. We figure out your story, Kwanzaa,
Yeah.
you know? And then once we've cleared your stories, then we look at whether we even need to bring you back together. Because by the time you clear your own bag, because imagine it like this. Every single person is carrying their bag of rocks and stones and bullshit because there's no other way.
Yeah.
And that bag is so heavy that you don't even know what to do with it most of the time. If people realized, a lot of the rocks and bolts and nuts and all these things you're carrying, a lot of them are not even yours.
Yeah. And that is the saddest part about these soul connections that people don't understand, is that you're going to actually be intimate with someone and you're going to end up carrying an extra rock from the ones you already have. You understand? That's why me, personally, I'll never understand that theory of someone just waking up and having a one-night stand or having... You get what I'm trying to say? Because in my ideology is that by the time I sleep with you, I've accepted the fact that you have this bargain, and if I have intimacy with you, yes, I'm going to be able to share this bargain with you. You get what I'm trying to say? Because I know inevitably it's going to happen. Our energies are going to be in sync.
Yeah.
So you doing it and saying, it's not happening, you're just in denial of something that is already happening.
But let me ask you, when you talk about soul ties, I want you to give me now a physical example. You get me? Because I mean, the people I've been with, what part of them is it showing in my life?
No. Clearly, look at it in this way. People who get married, haven't you ever seen that after like a period of 5 years, they start looking alike?
It's because they have a kid. When you look at the kid, you can see both of them. That's the reason. So I'm trying to understand this. Like, what is the physical manifestation of this soul ties we're talking about?
So soul ties, I think, might be something we can't talk about as simply. I don't know if you'd agree,
Yeah.
Christine. Yes, it's something very, very deep,
It's so deep.
and it's something that that one has to understand and relate to.
Yeah.
And if we just bring it like just an addiction, like we can talk about addictions, it may not give it the depth it needs.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when we talk about, for example, when we talk about karmic ties, or we talk about reincarnation, because in hypnotherapy and regression therapy, one of the things is that reincarnation is real. We've had many different lives in different bodies. And we will have many, many more. So we've been all the colors, we've been all the genders, we've been everywhere. And our soul keeps changing the body.
Yeah.
So it leaves the body, gets born in another fetus, lives that life, dies, goes into another fetus. And so there's a whole understanding about reincarnation. Past lives, future lives, this life, right? And so, again, this could kind of shake people who are very religious and they wouldn't agree with it, which is fine. Everybody's allowed to believe what they want.
For sure.
And if it resonates with you, then why would it resonate? It would resonate because, seriously, there's so many things we don't understand. We have no proof about. And nobody died and came back and told us.
Yeah.
Including Jesus, who rose at Easter, but he didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Right? So we don't know actually what happens. And so the fear of the unknown freaks people out.
Yeah.
Right? So what do we need? Each of us needs something to anchor, to give us an anchoring situation where our life then creates meaning.
Purpose.
Yes.
It can be purpose. I think for me, purpose is in every moment. Every moment. I don't think we have one purpose in life where we have to find whether I'm going to be the great producer,
Yes.
Yeah.
director Brian, no, or that I am going to be the CEO or no. I think there's purpose from the time you wake up and see your face in the mirror to the time you go to bed. Because if you didn't sleep, you wouldn't be effective, right? So putting meaning into one's life, meaning, first of all, I think it's really important that people understand that having a solid value system is important.
Yes.
And then figuring out your own life. People are too busy trying to figure out everybody else's life.
Thank you.
And that kind of brings it home. Most people are not home. Most people are out.
We're outside.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my
God.
God.
There's actually something which you mentioned I didn't want to skip over. The couples therapy situation. And you said, it's actually for you guys to come together for a session, okay, obviously separately, and figure out if it's actually something that you want to be in. So it's not necessarily that, because people always think that when you're going to couples therapy, the aim is for you guys to be together no matter what.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. And in fact, sometimes they come to me and it's, oh, by the way, let me clarify that. So thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah.
One session ain't going to do bugger all.
Yeah.
All right. So I say to people, take your age, multiply it by 365 times 24. You've lived 300 and something thousand hours, 200 and something thousand hours, and you want to fix yourself in 5 hours.
Ooh.
Please, you see the door?
Get out.
Get out.
Ain't happening. Ain't happening. Okay, so first of all, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sessions doesn't work. Secondly, because it takes 5 sessions just to get your history.
Yeah.
Then, unless you clear your bag of rocks and you clear your bag of rocks, there's no point. Because mostly, what are the issues people have? Couples. We all know what couples issues are. Huh?
Yeah.
Cheating.
Communication. Intimacy.
Huh?
Intimacy.
Intimacy.
Sometimes they're like, sex is not there anymore, blah, blah, blah.
Sucks. It's been
What
3
else?
years.
Come on, tell me. You've got the whole list.
Frankie, do you need that?
Bring it on, man.
Tell us
Bring it on.
Insecurities. What else?
jealousy,
Yeah.
money.
money. Mhm.
Childbearing.
Yeah, children can throw a span in the works.
Okay. How many have you got?
4?
With 4 different women?
No.
2 different women.
Yeah, you tried.
Yeah.
Ah.
Right?
You just gave
Finally.
For that we know.
Okay, and then? How many more you want to have?
I think those are enough.
It's a lie.
Wait, children?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I'm Luya. I want more.
Oh, you want a tribe?
Yeah.
Okay.
On the football
So
team.
then what else? What else? He's got a pretty good list.
I mean,
Just look inside.
experience, yeah.
Well, what else?
Don't
What else?
think.
I think those are the ones that
Commitment,
commitment.
Then does it come to cheating? Isn't it the same thing?
infidelity. Yes,
Infidelity.
it's there. So all of these things. And sometimes just the image of that a person creates in their head,
Yeah.
it doesn't even need a voice. Okay, just the
thought.
image of someone else's body part going into this person's body is enough to kill a relationship. And then you're trying to fight for it for what? So when you think about all these things, I say to people, you stay together because you want to stay together, but
Yeah.
then you have to both do the work.
Yes.
And don't stay together because you got married. Or because 5 years ago you decided you wanted to be with each other. That's not a good reason.
What
Because
is the reason?
What's the good
because things don't have to last forever.
Yeah.
There is actually this whole thing about forever is quite
This story is a job.
That's a very triggering topic because me, I believe in forever.
you believe in forever. Okay, I'm happy for you. But seriously, I have learnt at this ripe age that a lot of times forever doesn't happen.
But it can.
Of course it can. Of course it can.
If you put in the work.
If both of you put in.
But thank you.
Both.
But how
There
long is forever?
Forever is until
The
death
last
do
Death
us
do you part.
part.
Like,
Because to me, why
let poverty
I
pull up.
believe in forever is because you see how it's the same excitement you had in the beginning of this other relationship. It's the same. It's going to end up in the exact same trail. You get? It's like, why begin another journey if you can just be on this one?
Sweetheart, let me tell you the reality of life. Please, listen to me. It has been scientifically studied that there is a honeymoon period that lasts between 9 to 24 months. And you cannot have the same excitement because what brings people together, what makes you attracted to a person is first their physical, right?
Yes.
So the physical brings two people together. Then you start to copulate. Such an awful word. Because I'm trying to be polite. I'm trying to be polite.
Say
Okay?
what you want to say.
Okay. And then if sex is really good, then that becomes a hook.
yeah.
All right. And then if one of them can cook really well, that becomes another hook. And then
Another with money.
let's not even
That's
go
the
there,
biggest
honey.
hook.
I gotta hold you like I'm never going to let you go, right?
Yeah.
All these things. Okay. So then people stay together and that excitement is there. But naturally for the human mind, that excitement starts to dissolve. And then the eyes start to wander and so do body parts. Okay.
Okay. Not just the eyes.
So the reality is, if people understand this and they really, really feel drawn to each other and they have a karmic contract or soul ties, all of that, and then they want to stay together and they want to make it work this time, then they both need to put in the work. Then they have to find ways of enticing each other and keeping it exciting.
Yeah.
And this is all work.
Yeah.
That's not better than. Isn't that better than finding someone else?
Aye, Baba.
everyone
We
has their
go
own
with
story.
new guy.
That's not you. So you would rather?
Yes.
Like
The answer is yes.
Okay.
so I feel like no. It's like having.
So
you know
better
that-
the devil you know. That's what
better
you're
the
saying.
devil. It's like if you know this is your partner. 2 years ago, this body excited them. You've given birth to 2 babies. Now you want to excite them again to bring back the spark. Why not focus on working on your body to
I
make
agree.
sure you like instead of looking around for another person who's going to also give birth and get fat again, it's going to be the exact same
Wow.
cycle.
I agree that there is the potential for things to work. I mean, there are couples who have made it work.
Yeah.
There are a lot of couples that are living misery lives.
Trying to make it work.
Because they have decided to stay there because society will say, community will say, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
What I say to people is if you both feel the pull and you think you can do this, it's possible.
Yeah.
But if you're going to be miserable, take a walk.
Pick it up. Are you married? Are you in a relationship? Are you single? What's going on?
If I say I'm single, am I going to get hookups? Yeah.
I'm right here.
Let me tell you.
Age is just a number.
Exactly. It's a building.
Oh, you're making me blush. I could be very shy, even which would be
we can
surprising
see
for
it.
most, right? So I've been married. I've been divorced.
Right.
I have been in a long-term relationship, which lasted 7 years, and in between, maybe I've had a couple of one-night stands that didn't go anywhere.
Okay.
However, I have been solo for a while now. And the reason being, it's interesting we're talking about it because somebody actually asked me this question this week and said, why aren't you even considering dating? I said, you know what? I will consider dating when I meet a person of depth, a person who understands what spirituality is, a person who lives by integrity, a person who's authentic, and a person who does not expect any for me to confirm
Who he is.
to his ways or to be like he expects me to be,
All right.
or vice versa. It would be living in a space where there's freedom and joy.
So never.
Possible.
Thank you. So,
So basically,
But that doesn't mean I'm not ready to have arguments, have problems, find solutions. That's all part of it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if a person does not have depth,
Yeah.
does not have a spiritual inclination,
yeah.
But
I'm not interested.
I think it's because you're so deep as a person.
Yes.
You're so deep, like in everything, you actually see deeper to one word than a normal human being. So when you're saying all that, do you believe soulmates don't exist?
Do I believe?
Yeah. Do you believe in the
Soulmates.
concept of soulmates, or do you think that it's just
Again, that's another concept that's sold to us. This is what I believe. And let me just bring it home. I don't think soulmates are for life. So I think we do meet people that we've been soul families with before, and that we have that karmic tie with.
Yeah.
But is it for life? Not always. Not always. Like, one thing.
Louder for Christine.
Look, parents, siblings, partners, children. We've been all playing different parts, coming here, being born in different roles, and we've been playing these stages out for many, many, many lifetimes, okay? Including partners and spouses or whatever you want to call it, okay?
Yeah.
What I felt, I was like you, romantic.
I still am.
Oh, and then you know what? Life happened.
Psych.
I'm going to choose delusion.
So life happened and I had to get real with myself and say, okay, you know.
But you're still young. You're 25. You're allowed to be naive.
What do you? So what? Excuse me.
What?
You're allowed to be.
You're
I thought you
allowed
were
to feel
defending.
like this. You're allowed to
Yeah.
be because you still have such a long way to experience life.
Enjoy it.
And I want to experience it with one person.
I wish you all the best.
Yup.
Amen.
Really?
Me too.
Thank you.
I'm with that.
Yes.
I wish you all the best.
I want to experience. I will
Really?
make it work.
Okay, my suggestion is you get buy-in from your partner as well. Because when you say, I'm going to make it work,
How
ain't
about that?
happening.
Yeah.
So
You have to get buy-in from the other
You
party
both
as
have
well.
to be
You
on
know?
the same mindset. Yeah.
So let me ask you now that it's like you have the 1-2 of relationships, huh? So how would you advise someone to pick a partner? Because personally, I'm a hopeless romantic, but then I'm also a chronic cheater. So how would you advise someone to pick a partner when actually getting into a relationship?
I wouldn't be able to help you.
You're lost cause.
Head fast. You just go head fast. Are you
You're
serious?
lost
Like for real?
cause.
I'm serious. Come and do therapy. Maybe we'll get you to change your mind, kidogo.
In the cheating or in the relationship?
Both.
Okay.
Because you can't have a relationship if you're cheating.
Yeah.
No, I love you, but I want Frankie. It's just unrelated.
If you're going to get a hard-on for every guy
Then
that
be with
looks
Frankie.
good, what are you going to do?
Okay.
I think that kind of answers your question.
I mean, you see, the thing is this. Maybe, let's use an example of Ed. Maybe I like Ed because of the way he is. He's a very calm guy, you know. He's as in, ako tu na vitu zake zimejipanga vizuri. But have you seen Frankie? Like, si kwa ubaya.
Then be with Frankie.
You know, I want Frankie because of the physique.
I'll be your side
Gojia,
piece, don't worry.
do you know about polyamor?
Yes.
Polyamory.
Polyamor. Go find research. Unapendanga research, polyamor. Just find a lover for each different thing in your life because that's how you're explaining it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's a whole community of people that do that, where they have, of course, they have one partner that goes to the theater with them, and then they have sex, and then another partner that goes trekking and hiking and whatever, all those things with them. Then they do whatever they do. Then there's another one who loves to go to restaurants and is a foodie.
Yeah.
That is crazy because, that's what I do right now. But I don't, what I don't do.
Oh my
No,
God.
listen.
Am I the only person
So-
here who's okay?
There's like, I usually find purpose for every. It sounds crazy, but it sounds crazy what I say. I can't even say it.
Just
Say it
so
the way
we
it is
understand.
because you need to know who you are.
Okay,
right
I
now.
usually find purpose for every woman that I'm with.
Hi,
right? So there's a woman that I like to go watch a movie with. There's one who I like to go to dinners with. There's another one where I can go to an event with. There's another one I can travel with. But then there's only one that I'm having sex with.
Oh, you're missing out then.
God damn.
Polyamor is about having one for all of these things and also having sex with all of them. And everybody is in the know. Everybody
So
knows.
what condition does he have?
You're
Okay,
doing
okay.
all this. And in the process,
So what condition does he have? If it's not polyamorous.
It's not a condition.
he's a restrictive polyamor. Okay. But really, I mean, there is a whole community I gather out there. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But you see, the
couldn't
thing
do
is,
it.
how about the emotional part of it? Because I understand when you pick activities. This is the guy I like going on family events with because he's
Yeah.
presentable. I like Brian because Brian is physically fit. So when you get what I'm saying, when we go
Yeah.
to the club, he can fight. But then that person that appeals to my feelings, that when I look at, I'm like, oh, you're so
And that's true
cute.
because women also do have rosters. You can have a woman who just has a guy who sends her money, another one who pays for her tickets to, Kuala Lumpur.
in Kuala Lumpur.
Not all women.
Hey, is that
Not
where
all
you're
women.
going?
Oh God, I'm dying to be in
What?
that place.
A
Jesus.
lot of women do that.
Not all women.
Not all,
A
but
lot.
the better part.
Not all women.
So
I'm
what about
standing
that?
here.
I'm saying a lot.
What about now that
so the
emotional
point
part of
is,
you?
so the point is, listen, let's be realistic.
And they'll sleep
right?
with one, which is probably their ex.
Let's be
Or their
real.
baby daddy.
Let's be realistic. We're not talking about people who are married here.
Yeah.
You people are single.
Yeah.
You can do what the heck you want.
Yes.
You can sleep with one person. You can sleep with 5 people.
For sure.
You can sleep with 25. Remembering the energetic frequency part.
Yeah.
That one we mustn't
Yeah.
forget. All right. It depends what stage in your life you get to where you want a permanent partner. If we have to talk like our friend Edwin, maybe he's the guy who doesn't want 5 partners and doesn't want 5 different women for this. Is that real?
I think he wants.
Why did you laugh?
I think he wants.
And at some point, it's like, you know what? I want to do the script.
Yeah.
I want to settle down. I want to get married. I want to have children, and I want a family. Then you start to behave in a different way, right? So I think also before, sex was such a no to discuss.
Yeah.
And you weren't allowed it. And I get that there's still many places people go to where they're told you're not allowed to have sex before you get married.
Yeah.
Right? Now it's not such a no-no. So people are experiencing, people are dabbling, people are doing whatever they're doing. And I think it's very personal. This is your body.
Yeah.
So it's your body, it's your life, and you have to decide how you want to live
How
it.
best.
Is that helpful?
Yeah,
It is.
but
I
no,
wanna
but
ask
my point of view, because Frankie and Kalala have outweighed what I had to say. Now I have to say it because honestly, I'm not. No offense to Poly Center, but you see, in all the times where personally I have been unfaithful in my relationship, I didn't have feelings for the other person I was cheating on. Like I was ready to move on from relationship, but I was just in that denial phase. You understand? You don't actually love that partner who you actually with at that moment, and you're tired and you're literally cheating because you want a way out. But in this mentality, I don't want to say it's a disorder, because that's big, but correct me if I'm wrong. I just feel like there is no way you have found yourself, you have loved yourself, you have looked in the mirror and said, yes, Christine is this girl, she's this person, and you feel the urge of just sharing that energy like that. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like why do you don't feel the urge of making, I don't know, you feel the urge of just like I don't know. I feel like it's something you've realized your worth. It's like knowing that Kalala I know I have 800K followers. You get, where would I take a gig where someone is giving me 2K Kenya shillings?
For sure.
You get what I'm trying to say? But because you can take it if you want. It's a choice. Like you've just said, you can wake up and say, I want that. It's still money. I'll take it. But because you have realized that I am Kalala, I have a whole clan. I have this. You've grown to love yourself. You've grown to value what you bring to the table. You can't just give it out to someone who's giving you 2K. So now if you're saying, even if let me say 1,000 people giving you 10K, so you're going to say, because I'm Kalala and I know my worth, I'm going to take all the 1,000 people giving me 10K?
How broke up my own.
But not everyone is of that low value. Maybe the person you're cheating with is someone
way higher.
If it's Beyonce.
Then be Beyonce.
No,
Leave
but
the
maybe
stage.
I don't want that.
Dividing your energies. That means you're not okay with who you are. You're just sharing.
It's a moment. Maybe I don't want it for life. I just want to sample
now.
that.
And this is a great point because here we are. Kalala has how many followers, darling?
800.
He's
He's the boss of the group.
I was like, seriously? Okay. Let's say it crashes tomorrow. Let's just be realistic, okay? Because we think everything is permanent.
Yeah.
Yes.
There is no permanency. While we've been sitting here, how many hours have we been here? Because how long have we been here? 2 years, 2 hours talking?
Yeah.
2 hours. We've been talking for 2 hours. Do you know your hair has grown? Do you know your nails have grown?
Yeah.
Do you know your digestive system is working? Do you know how many cells have died and how many new cells have been born? You don't know. So we think everything is permanent. Actually, there is nothing permanent.
Yeah.
Everything is temporary.
Yeah.
And so when we keep trying to hold things also, we lose the moment. And that's why people are all focusing on, in fact, there is a special meditation for this. It's called Vipassana. It's 10 days of going into silence. No talk, fucking 10 days. You go, you shut this, you give your phone, you give your laptop, you give all the books, all the writing material, and you sit on your butt from 4:30 in the morning to 9 o'clock at night. And you only get to hear the teacher giving a lecture 1 hour in the evening. Other than that, head down, eat your food. Head down, take a very short walk. Head down and close your eyes and meditate and follow. It is the most profound experience. Okay? Within that 10 days, you realize how everything is impermanent. Because we spend so much time trying to hold on to stuff, trying to make things last and stretch them, trying to make things permanent. There is no permanence. Take a picture of you as a baby and look at you now. And then imagine you in 30 years. Okay? It's constantly changing. So, I think it would be helpful for people to start living more presently and acknowledging that this is the moment. However, remembering the most important thing, that every word, forget word, let's start with thought. Every thought, every word, every action has consequences.
And that is how you justify cheating.
Bring it. So I want to just bring you guys back a little bit. Huh? We talked about Nampere giving us an example of finding out your kalala and not taking 2,000. Why do we attach the number of people you're fucking as your idea of value? Because if I walk into the club today and I want to bang you, I will do it. If I do you, I will do it. With Christine, I will do it. It's not about, I'm doing what I feel like doing.
It's not value.
As you know, if I'm a CEO today and I'm running $1 billion company, but I'm sleeping around, am I valueless?
No.
Has my value decreased?
It's energies that we've just been talking about.
Which brings me to my point.
Because
Go fast.
Which is umebaki na hizi of all the ones you've bagged.
So there's this thing called a hoe phase. Do you know about it?
Yes.
So when you get into a relationship and then let's say it lasted like 2.5 years, you've been there, you've been loyal, then you end up getting cheated on. Right? Now you're now in a band of bang like 75 people back to back because you're looking for
75
something.
is wild.
No, 75 is like metaphorically speaking.
75 is
Metaphorically speaking. Okay, let's do 16 people, okay? So what is the science behind this idea? Because I don't think it happens twice in a lifetime. It's always once. After the first motherfucker who broke your heart, your first love, you turn into a hoe for like a quick fix. What's that about?
Can I first go before you go? Because I think, do you see why it happens once? It's because you realize how worthless it is after that and you never want to do it again. That's why I think it happens once. Because it's the ideology of... I'm not saying it has an impact on someone's value because there are people, intelligent people who have high body counts. It doesn't matter. You get what I'm
Sorry.
I think she's referring to you.
Appreciate it.
Oh my God. But they're very not very clever people with very low body counts. You get?
Sure.
So it's not about that. It's just, imagine if you were that intelligent, like, not intelligent and you're not giving out that much energy all the time, you would have used that energy, your energy, for something better.
I just believe that it's the law of diminishing returns. The fact that you can access something very easily over and over and over again, it stops being exciting.
Yeah.
So you then just like give up. Actually, that's what happened to me. I started enjoying
You were cruising.
women at the age of like 15 all
And
the
you
way till
stopped.
I was 22. Then now it's just like at 22, I was done. I was looking for something much more real. And even now, like just the fact that I know I can access someone is enough for me. I don't have to
Go ahead and do it. Yeah.
I can have a conversation with someone, and if I feel the energy between us, that is actually more satisfactory to me than if I actually bed you. I think it's based on just that whole experience.
But I get the same feeling and I don't have that whole experience.
What do you mean?
Like the thing is, knowing that I have a conversation with someone and knowing that if I decide to die, I can snap my finger and let me say, get Frankie or get, anyone here. It gives you that. It gives you that satisfaction already.
Yeah.
For me, I don't even have to do it.
What's your body
Personally,
count?
It's way lower than
Definitely.
way, because spiritually, I've grown up in that aspect.
But
of
I feel like
believing in
as
soul ties.
public figures, that should not apply to us because you're Frankie Baba, you can't bang anyone. That is not up for discussion. So you have to actually do it to be like, yeah, I'm the man. Because understand this, me, I'm Kalal, I'll take your boyfriend like this. But you see, that's not enough. I have to take him. So then I can be like, yeah, that's what's up.
No.
As in, me, just the thought of it is not enough.
For real?
No. I have to show you.
Are you serious?
You'd be like, hey, Kalala doesn't chocolate boyfriend, they will piss me off. I will do it. So that now I'll be like, yeah. So you can walk around and tell people that she actually did it. So you come
But having
What
What does that do for you? That
I don't know, it just
that makes you feel hot, right? It makes you feel hot.
I don't know, it just sucks my dick like crazy.
If I'm being honest, so
It really does that thing for me.
I think you have to invite me back again because then we have to have another conversation about ego, about all of that stuff, money.
Interesting.
Actually,
think.
listening to their stories, you'd find like majority of their traumas turned them into, I guess like for you is the whole, I don't want to speak. But
Careful.
okay, yeah, let me not mention what it turned them
Yeah.
into. But I feel like the outcome was it was more like a negative outcome rather than a positive. But for me, I always look at it as a positive. Oh, you can tell me if it's a positive or not. But growing up at an early age, and I also mentioned it in the previous episode. Growing up, I grew up in a country which was like, it was a war zone pretty much, right? I mentioned it to you when we were outside talking. I grew up in Israel. So in Bethlehem, first of all, I started off in Bethlehem where you'd hear, bomb blasts, you'd hear gunfire at night. And then in the morning, I have to wake up and go to this American school where I'm now experiencing, American white kids who are, everything is racially charged. So I'm battling terrorism and racism all at the same time.
Yeah.
And I'm going through this at the age of 10, 11. So it's something that you're forced to pick this, the two sides, which we usually talk about, fight or flight. And I found myself to be very aggressive during that time. Like if I would notice certain things, like let's say, like what I was telling you about, the football situation where the teacher would pick, two players and tell them, pick from those kids who's going to be in your team. Mind you, I was quite good at football. So they pick everyone and I'm the last one to be picked. Not because I'm trash at football, because I'm black. So I would force myself into situations, and if someone stops me from doing that, it's a fight. So I found myself to be very aggressive at that time just to prove myself. And then I feel like later on in life when I grew up, I found myself putting myself into situations that forced me
to fight.
Right? Even until today, like if I see something is scary to me, that's when I want to do it. So I literally removed the flight part of it.
Yeah, but you're missing out the other point of the part where when things are easy, you also don't want them. Yes,
but I feel, I don't know, I look at it as a positive.
You don't want easy
You're still
things?
trying to prove
Yeah.
that you're not that 10, 11-year-old kid that went through these real polar opposite impact on your system.
Yeah.
There's a third one, by the way, freeze. There's fight, flight, and freeze.
Okay.
And so what you're still doing without knowing or without your younger version knowing is wanting to prove. that I am still good enough and I can still do it and I can still push my limits and I can still challenge myself.
So I'm proving that to my inner child, or
Yes.
Okay.
You're still doing that.
Oh.
And so being aware of that means you don't have to prove anything to anyone.
But it doesn't stop him from doing it. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
but he doesn't have to once he understands it.
He understood it.
But it doesn't that. The more I understand it, the more
He
I
justifies
allow it.
himself.
Is it not something that is going to change who I am?
Come for therapy.
I mean, I was like, this is
Come for
deep.
therapy if you really want to figure all of those out.
But don't you go for therapy?
Yeah, I did. I haven't gone in a while though, but I did.
It's really great that you said therapy works because
Yeah.
that made me understand that you do go for it.
Yeah.
So the freeze part, just want to clarify that as well, is the myriads of mental health imbalances. People need to understand the difference between chemical imbalances and mental health imbalances. And mental health imbalances, in fact, pre, during, and post-COVID have just, as we all know, because people had to be with themselves and they were not used to that, right?
Yeah.
And so freeze are these different layers and many different behaviors, many different imbalances that people go through that can be corrected through therapy
Yeah.
and that can be helped and aided through therapy and through self-work. It doesn't always have to be therapy because sometimes people are strong enough to do their own work. Having an external mirror
Yes.
is always very helpful. And so part of the freezing, it's like, when we go back through time, when we talk about fight and flight, it's going back to caveman days where, if you went out hunting and the animal was small enough, you could kill it, right?
Right.
And if there was the big dinosaur, then you couldn't, you had to run.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is part of our DNA.
Yeah.
Okay.
Know
And
when to run.
Yeah.
So this is part of our history.
Yeah.
And if we start to understand these things, have conversations about them, have conversations about how we function as human beings, we're not all the same because each one of us has our own unique story.
Yeah.
And what do we want to do with this? And I think it's very important that each person keeps one thing in mind.
Yeah.
You exist. In this reality, in this universe, you exist. What is your existence? What is it going to change?
Yeah.
So we don't all want to go out there and become humanitarians and activists and start saving the world.
Yeah.
No. And in fact, if you look at it, even the humane and humanitarian has gone down the toilet,
Yeah.
really. So it's about, okay, what does my life mean and how what do when I die, what have I left behind?
Yeah.
Okay, have I left a trail of garbage, broken hearts,
Body count. Sorry.
body count?
Does it matter though?
Or destruction and
Yeah.
pain? Or have I, in some way, it's not about legacy. I don't do legacy, okay?
Yeah.
It's like, okay,
Am I
did I live
satisfied
my
with
life
myself?
okay for me?
Yeah.
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 Uh-huh.
Did I live my life okay for me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, none of us are perfect.
Yeah.
All of us will hurt people and we will be hurt.
Yeah.
All of us will cause some destruction and have destruction caused to us.
Yeah.
All of us will go through challenges. All of us will go through ups and downs in life. This is not avoidable.
Yeah.
But ultimately, was I okay?
Yeah. So
Death's coming and was I okay?
Yeah.
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 Was I okay? Was I comfortable in myself?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's very
Awesome.
nice.
We've I think we've really unearthed a lot of things.
Yeah. And
And I think
sorry, for me, where you helped me with when we discussed the childhood, I'm so grateful because it was my day for discussing the childhood, and according to what I've picked from you, it's been a roller coaster of emotions, but when you get to talk to someone, like you said, when you have a mirror of yourself and you get to talk to other people who have worked on themselves, and you get to see the kind of person they have become, it inspires you to also, work on yourself and also do better for you. Personally, I've never gone for therapy. I've never, except the time when I had that traumatic incident when I went with my mom. And I feel like I have healed from a lot of things in my childhood, but I only healed because I had that mirror that you're saying. That was, my mom, it was a joint therapy session where I understood so much. So it helped me heal as a person. But there are so many people out there who don't get that opportunity to face their demons, to face their past. Now, I got a chance to face it. I healed from it, and now it's just finding myself right now. So there are people who are out there who have not gotten the chance to face. Maybe they left home at an early age, and that's where the trauma started from, or maybe like war zones, things like that. So if someone can't afford therapy, that's to be exact, what would you advise them to do to help themselves get better?
So I think that there are many offerings out there. There are counselors who don't charge a huge amount of money. There are communities that offer free therapy.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
There are communities out there that have pro bono services. The other thing is, there are a lot of podcasts out there. There are a lot of podcasts, a lot of interviews, and it's about starting to self-educate. If you can't afford therapy, there's so much information out there. Be selective. I always say this. Be discerning, be selective about what you hear, because you don't want to add more crap on top of what you already have. You're looking at understanding and overcoming, right? So be selective on what you listen to. Create a support system.
How do you create a support system?
It's with people you trust.
What if you don't trust anyone?
Sucks to be you.
Then find a way of doing the work. Find a way of doing the work.
So you think these books written by like some people can help?
Books can help. YouTube can help. Podcasts can help. The only thing I do say also is, don't turn your friends into your therapist, because that doesn't work, or your family. That doesn't work. People are not trained to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I truly, deeply believe that once someone is ready, they will find
Themselves.
They will find an answer.
Awesome. That was
amazing.
Very insightful.
Yes, sir.
We really got to, because for me, I've done therapy before, so I got to, not really relive, but you got to solidify some of the points that I also understood during my time doing therapy. And definitely something that I will go back into. But yeah, thank you for having us.
Thank you so much.
And coming here and,
It's
Me love you.
breaking it down.
You can have it.
Right now, scissors.
Thank you. So who's going to start?
What are we
Tuanze hapa
starting?
ni.
Okay.
Don't look and just put your hand in and pick a stone.
Hey, that's what she said.
I know.
Wait. There's a paper. I just pick.
Yeah.
But the paper is like, no.
Oh, is the paper too big? Hold
Yeah.
on. That was a paper with my notes to do with you guys what we were supposed to do. Okay. All right. Let's go.
Jesus.
This way.
Okay. Be the one.
I did
did
the
you
same
pick?
size.
Yeah.
No, that.
They're not the same size.
I like things in twos.
Oh, it's okay. If you pick two, what did you pick?
Humor.
You need to laugh more. You need to stop being so serious.
That's deep.
I know.
Yours?
If that's the line of thought,
Eh,
abundance.
You're constantly saying you're broke.
What the? Are you serious?
You said it to
What
me twice today already, and I met you for the first time.
Oh
And
my
what did you
God.
pick, Frankie?
Discernment.
And
And And
Creativity.
okay, so you're not discerning enough. As much as you think you're so cool
Apparently.
and so discerning, you're not.
Ooh,
And creativity, you're not using your creativity
to the fullest.
to the fullest.
I need to laugh more.
Yeah, this is not.
This thing is no, they're for you. You keep them.
Oh, it's for us.
Yeah, you keep them,
Okay.
and then the others can pick also.
Lovely.
These things are never wrong. I've traveled with
I
them
know.
to different parts of the world,
Crazy.
and each person picks what they need more of.
I promise, because life has been so serious for me of late.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. It's so crazy. I've really not had a minute to actually have a deep.
So can you start?
I wanna cry.
Do you know about laughter yoga?
No.
Laughter yoga is pretty interesting. You just go and you join a group of people and you start laughing for nothing.
Really?
Is that like the nitrogen 2 oxide guys? What's going on?
This one was created for people who are sick, people who are in hospitals, people who are in old age homes, people who are miserable. And this guy started this laughter yoga, and you just go and you laugh, and it started to cure people. You can go on YouTube, you'll find him, and you just laugh with him and his group, and there's no reason.
I may end up crying.
Again.
That's okay as well.
Wow.
So there we go. You've got your rocks.
You.
Thank you.
Abundance. So she should stop complaining that she's broke.
Mazen.
And you know what? She doesn't know.
Broke
She doesn't know
ass.
how.
She doesn't know how much she has.
Yeah. she's-
Have you heard?
Me want money, but
So the rest also need. Yeah, please.
Come pick.
Brian,
Come
would you-
pick. Come pick. Come pick. I want to see Brian.
What does it say?
Communication.
Come.
Don't say Didi.
got him.
Bless.
Best.
One.
Like best.
Why are you
Yeah.
nervous?
Let's see what best picks.
Peace.
Oh
Peace.
my God.
Hey. You were going in on us yesterday.
It's yours. It's
God's
yours.
blessing.
You need to be peaceful.
Edwin.
Let's see.
There was another guy.
It's
There
the
was another guy.
communication
Where is he?
Kim.
What does it say?
What did you pick?
Caring.
Yeah.
You're not.
You're not caring.
He's the most caring.
I know.
Not to himself.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, you care about other people.
For sure.
Yeah.
Wallahi.
Not to yourself. There were two other people. The lady who gave me water.
Oh my
and another guy.
Let me
You
ask
need to
you,
care
how
for
do
you.
these rocks work?
So
Why do you draw up-
I created these things, and I started with 10 words, 12 words. Now I have 30. So this morning I just went and I picked a few.
Put them all in.
I picked about 12 or 15.
I may never let
12, and I said, let's see which ones they pick. But I picked the 12 knowing each one needed what they needed.
Were they picked at random, or you just like look at them,
Random, no.
or just grabbed a couple of
no,
rocks?
I just picked. And then one I returned and I took another one. Come and pick.
Come and pick something.
Come on.
Kuja.
Something.
Well, pick something,
Just
boy.
pick.
It's
You
your
don't
life on
trust
a
us.
rock.
One.
I can't. What does it say?
What does it
The
say?
other side. Healing.
You need to heal.
Heal.
Achano de.
Yes.
No, you have to wait to listen to what the point is.
Okay.
So this guy must have had some serious trauma as a kid.
You've had trauma. What are you healing
Then you
from?
don't
What are you
remember,
healing
or
from?
you don't know the difference between
Trauma every day.
trauma and daily. Did you have any relocation? Did you have anyone dying when you were young?
Something deep.
Heal your kaswende.
Hey, Baba.
Gojea too. So I have some extras if anybody wants to pick.
No.
I want to
Too much reality for now.
Prudence once, because me,
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't.
good now.
Oh, man has a love heart.
It's a love.
What?
What does it say? What does it
What
say?
is it? You take another one. What does it say?
Integrity, bro.
Hey.
Hey. Intuition.
Stop cheating. This is so cool.
Okay. Edwin.
What is God?
Ah,
Edwin, you want a second one?